Hi, I'm Daniel Atkins, and I'm the pastor here at Taylor Road Baptist Church in Montgomery. I'd like to invite you to a conversation that we're having at our church on Saturday, May the 5th, from 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're calling this conversation the elephant in the room. And we're going to be talking about really the deep issues and the complex issues surrounding depression, anxiety, and some different mental health issues. Our conversation is going to be led that day by Dr. Mason Brown. Dr. Mason has been in the medical field for many years now and is very experienced in these fields. And here's Dr. Brown talking a little bit about what we are going to be unpacking that day.
You know, there's something that's been obvious to me over 30 years of practicing medicine as well as being involved in the church, and that is that depression is one of the most misunderstood conditions there is. Misunderstood in so many different ways. For example, if you think about it, depression has a perception in society of one way. It has a perception in healthcare in one way, and it has a perception in the church another way. And many times those conflict with each other. So as a Christian with depression, suddenly you're dealing with issues that are very difficult. For example, Philippians 4 says, be anxious about nothing. Well, one of the components of depression is anxiety. So does having depression as a Christian mean you don't have faith, you don't have trust in God? These are the kind of questions that we're going to explore. The other thing that's very important about depression, and I really want to pass on a deep level of understanding, is the prevalence of depression in society. Right now, we can say about 10% of women and about 5% of men have a very serious level of depression. That means that everybody comes in contact with somebody with depression. It could be your family, it could be you, it could be a coworker, it could be just somebody that you come in contact with. What I want to see is that our congregation becomes a way of passing love on to people who are experiencing depression with a higher level of understanding from both a medical and a social and a spiritual basis of how to approach that. So what we hope to define is, what is depression? What is not depression? There's a lot of confusion around that. Is somebody who's negative depressed? Is somebody who's just blue depressed? Is somebody who's anxious depressed? What is depression really? And what are the best ways to approach it, both from a clinical standpoint as well as a Christian congregation that wants to love people with all sorts of things that they're dealing with in life. And with that said, we're going to take depression and break it down into very simple pieces, and hopefully you'll walk away with a high level of understanding from God's view as well as from the view of society, how to deal with people who are experiencing this extremely confusing and misunderstood condition we call depression.
So if you'd like to join us for this conversation, The Elephant in the Room, on Saturday, May the 5th, I want to invite you to visit our website, taylorroad.org/elephantintheroom. You'll be able to register right there online and find other information regarding this event. It's going to be $15, and that covers your lunch and some other resources that we want to give you to equip you for handling this very complex issue in our culture and in our lives. So look forward to seeing you on May the 5th at The Elephant in the Room.